The hardest part isn't the funeral. It isn't the black dress or the dirt hitting the wood. The hardest part is the Tuesday after. It's 6 o'clock in the evening and you've just made 2 cups of tea out of 40 years of habit. You set them down on the table and you look up to say something about the news, and the chair is empty. The silence in a house after a long marriage, it doesn't just sit there. It screams. It's a physical weight that presses against your ribs until you think they might snap. And in that moment, when the silence is loudest, you're going to want to do things. Drastic things. Things to stop the hurting. But I'm telling you now, as someone who's lived in that silence for 12 years, don't you dare move too fast. My name is Arthur. I'm 92 years old. I spent 54 of those years waking up next to a woman named Martha. She had a laugh that sounded like wind chimes and a temper that could melt lead. She's been gone 12 years now.
And I've spent every one of those years learning how to be a me again, after being a we for a lifetime. When the person you love passes first, you become a ghost hunter. That's the only way I can describe it. You start looking for them in the smell of the laundry detergent, in the indentation they left on their side of the mattress. The biggest mistake people make, the thing I nearly did, is trying to scrub the ghosts out of the house. People will tell you to move on. They'll tell you to downsize, to sell the house, to get rid of the clothes because it's too painful to look at them. They mean well. They want your heart to stop aching. But grief isn't a mess you clean up, son. It's a guest that's moved in, and you have to learn how to live with him. If you throw everything away in the first year, you aren't moving on. You're amputating a limb because it's bruised. And you'll wake up one day wanting that limb back, only to find the trash man took it long ago. I remember about 6 months after Martha left, I was standing in her closet. It still smelled like her, white linen perfume and peppermint. I was so angry. I was angry that she left me here to figure out how the taxes worked and how to fix the leaky sink. I grabbed a black garbage bag. I started ripping her dresses off the hangers. I was sobbing so hard I couldn't see. I thought, if I can just get this stuff out of here, I can breathe again. I had 3 bags filled by the door. I was ready to drive them to the donation bin. But then I saw a little blue sweater. It was the one she wore the day we took our grandson Leo to the zoo. There was a tiny mustard stain on the cuff from a hot dog she'd shared with him. I realized that by throwing away the stuff, I wasn't getting rid of the pain. I was just erasing the evidence of the joy. Grief is like a forest fire. It burns everything down to the ash. It's black and it's ugly, and it feels like nothing will ever grow there again. But if you stay in the ash, if you don't run away to a new city or a new house, eventually the wildflowers start to come up. They're different flowers than before. They're tougher, but they only grow in that specific soil. My metaphor for you is this. Your love is a grand old tree. Death is the wind that knocks it over. You're standing there looking at the roots pulled out of the ground, thinking the story is over. But that fallen tree, it becomes a nurse log. It provides the nutrients for everything that comes next. If you haul the log away, nothing grows. My biggest regret is that I spent the first 2 years trying to fix my grief. I went on dates because my daughter told me I should. I tried to stay busy. I joined a bridge club I hated. I stayed out of the house from sunrise to sunset because I was terrified of that empty kitchen.
I lost 2 years of honoring her. I was so busy running from the shadow of her death that I forgot to bask in the light of her life. I wish I just sat in the chair. I wish I just let myself cry until my eyes were swollen shut instead of trying to be strong for everyone else. Being strong is the biggest lie we tell widowers. You don't need to be strong. You need to be honest. The change happened on a rainy Tuesday, same Tuesday as always. I made the 2 cups of tea, but this time I didn't get angry. I sat down. I put her cup in front of the empty chair, and I started talking. I told her about the bird feeder. I told her that Leo got an A in math. I told her I missed her until my soul felt thin. And for the first time, the silence didn't feel like a weight. It felt like a listener. I stopped trying to stop the pain. And that's when the peace showed up. Peace doesn't come when the pain leaves. Peace comes when you make a place for the pain at the table. So, if you're watching this, and your bed feels 3 sizes too big tonight, listen to me. Don't sell the house yet. Don't clear the closet yet. Don't listen to the people telling you to get back out there. Just sit. Let the forest fire finish burning. Watch the ash. I promise you, on my life, the wildflowers are coming. You just have to be there to see them break through the dirt. Hold on to the we for as long as you need. The me will find his way home when he's ready. Good night, Martha.